Guys, Cosmos here from Dolly Games, and we got a video here going for Titan War preliminaries, 31st of May. It should be opening up anytime now. Let's have a quick look at the Titan shop. Just to look at the items again, it's the same as before. So as usual, just going quickly through it. If you can get the mount, get that. Of course, that's always good to recycle for beast souls. Kit items. Can always get those elite refinement crystals useful for refining red equipment if you haven't done that yet. The clamps and so forth are too expensive. You can't get big amounts of those. Medallion is very nice but way too expensive. And what I generally get here a lot is truncheons, because those are difficult to get or impossible to get anywhere else listed present. So that's the kind of stuff I recommend getting there. Truncheons, kit equipment, blessings of God is also possible to get here to get some upgrades, but those I think will also start dropping in future patches. So that's that. Let's jump into the room. And we've got 140 seconds to go. So let's switcheroo to Bell Oracle. I'm muted again. For no reason at all. I haven't even talked in cross server or world chat, and again I'm muted. They keep on harassing my account for I don't know what reason. Alright, so still 100 seconds to go. Let's buff up. So starting with the milks. Alright. Gonna take scrolls. Alright, and the potions don't matter too much. But well, let's just grab, I have a lot of these, it doesn't matter. Let's take the attack one is probably having a bigger meaning, but otherwise, alright. Here we are. And a little trickaroo there. So, we got almost 6 million BR. We got 401,000 attack, 390 physical defense, 280 magical, and I'm gonna switch to a rage rune to be able to help the team. And I'm thinking now to switch to defense, which I haven't done in a while, but I'll get an Apollo shield through, so that should help a lot more. Let's see. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. And the first round is starting in about 10 seconds. Five, 4, and here we go. You can always do rage rune if you're doing chaos rune, for example, to start with. It could always be a little bit dangerous to cast it. You never know if you're the first one to do it or not. But with the rage rune, it's not such a big deal, because you can't apply it on someone else, I believe. So it's always on self. Teammates here, we got Escape, Red and Black Falcon. Escapes at 5.5 mil. Black I think is around 6. We can check that just after the battle. Let's buff with the Bell Oracle. And we got one guy left on the enemy side, Greybeard, who is way tougher than his teammates. So let's hope he doesn't kill everyone. Let's see the attack. The sound is not, I do have it on, but it doesn't seem to be working, so that's a bit weird. But maybe it'll switch on after a little bit, not sure. Alright, and then we have red. He's at 6 mil. And we have Black Falcon at 6.3. And I think red went for a relog. Alright, we have the next round starting, and we're gonna miss red because he didn't manage to come back in time, which is unfortunate. We have one knighthood guy on the enemy side, which is second, so Ares. And on our side we don't have, so probably we'll lose this. Also 3 versus 4 people. Let's see, hopefully that Apollo shield helps. Right, gonna shield up and hope for the Sylph mode to be of some use. The kids are almost out. Well, they are in good health, of course, because we are playing more defensive, so we didn't dish out enough damage. And there they switched on the healings. Got 2 wind steals coming up, which means Delphic might be impossible to do. Let's have a look. Or 3 steals now. So that's for sure not going to be possible. Especially because you're dead. Alright, well, we had no chance to win this one. But in a way, it's good to lose, because then the matching system will start ranking you versus, or matching you versus weaker opponents. So it's not entirely a bad thing to lose. Got failure on this one. And red is back. Alright, round 3 coming up in 2 seconds. Let's go again for the Rage Rune. So starting with 38 with my clothing level currently, needing 45 for Apollo Shield. So a little bit lower, but the Rage Rune really cranks it up. There we go. But since we lost the last one, the chance that we'll win this one is very high. Usually, after you lose, you get an easier opponent. Usually, not always. I try to optimize things to reduce my lag, so I'm still wearing my clothing and have the enemies switched on so we can actually see them. But I did also see a lot of people doing Titan War simply on AFK, because they have a feeling like they have no chance at all. So they already started with AFK. They even recruited teams like you know, anybody who wants to join Titan War AFK mode, which is not entirely awesome. I think people should always feel like they can succeed. I mean, a game should be designed in such a way that you think that you at least have a chance, even if it's a small chance. To think that you have no chance at all, I think it's not a very good game design if it results in a player feeling that way. Here we go with the next round. Alright, we have Ayo, Shell Hulk, Kiri and Ronnie. And I still can't talk. You have been muted. Okay, I got Chaos Rune on me, but there you see the Rage Rune worked. Although I'm not gonna put Apollo now because Apollo can actually go on the enemy. We have to kill off these 2 turns of Chaos Rune. In this battle, nobody has a knighthood character on either side, so it could be more equal. 1 turn for my Chaos, so just after the slasher, I can put Apollo. And that's actually pretty good timing because everybody will be going into Sylph mode. There's a small chance that somebody puts a Chaos Rune at this time that will fall exactly on me, so I kind of have to take that risk. Alright, we got healings coming from our Bell Oracles, we got Apollo Shield coming on, they got 1 kid dead and the others in poor health. So we're looking good, but anyway, Sylph mode can change a lot of things. We're a bit heavy on dark. Got I think 2 dark, 1 fire, 1 water. But otherwise it's not so bad. Again, the Delphic healing is already on my character. I got Chaos on me. Delphic Divine Blessing. Actually, with all the lag in Team Arena style battles, so 4 versus 4, like in Team Arena and Titan War, the Delphics of kids get ready like so much faster than in any other situation. You sometimes have a feeling that you can do Delphic like like almost every other turn compared to your main hero. Who is unable to do even 1 skill in that time. Alright, we got a run, 5 coming up. We got really strong enemies, at least compared to us. 4 knighthood characters. Dunrick, Doro, Hugza, Oberon. So it's going to be really tough or impossible. But let's see. I didn't see any Chaos casting, so that could be a good thing. Don't know if Sylph mode will help because there's an Odin there who will hit hard. Although I'm not too much afraid of dark resist. My dark is generally high. Light is a bit low though, and as you know, Odin will be hitting both elements. And here come the power attacks from the selves, obliterating the party. Yeah, it was pretty obvious from the beginning. As you see on the left side, all the Titan icons are gone. That means we don't have any knighthood characters, and they had 4, so it was pretty obvious we'd lose that one. Alright, we have another round 6 coming up, and another case where Red is gone from the room, so we're gonna have another battle without Red. And in the small good news, I got unmuted, so that's great. So I'm constantly being harassed by the staff, but there's apparently somebody there who is checking and seeing that they're continuously harassing me and correcting it, and then I don't know who there is again harassing, and then somebody's checking and saying no, that's wrong. So it's really a roller coaster with them. I wish they could just do a professional job, but it is what it is. Alright, we got here Gabor, Magenta, Hippie, and LZZ. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that well. But we got Sylph mode coming up. I still got Chaos on me. That's why I'm a little bit afraid to put Apollo Shield, because it's horrible to give the enemy Apollo shield. And it's great that I was actually late to enter Sylph mode because I got Amnesia on me, which is a really nice tactic to put that right in the Sylph mode, because it blocks a lot of the skills. But if I'm still in the character mode and I'm a tiny bit late to enter Sylph mode, and none of the skills will be blocked, which is great. Again, unfortunately we're missing red, so it's 3 versus 4, but hopefully it works out. I'm gonna wait for the Delphic cast. Here come all the Delphics. Pretty good. Still 1. And that's probably because we lost twice, which dropped our points, so the enemy was not as tough. So the matching gave us easier opponents, perhaps. Alright, we got round 7 coming up, and we got 4 people, so that's great. By the way, I'm wearing my Doctor from Hell outfit, which I blogged about. It's always fun to try to find exciting or funny outfits. I sort of got to like this one. No Chaos and me gonna go with Apollo shield, while my teammates are doing triple AoE. I just realized I have the absolute wrong skill on my kid. It's kind of like a late realization because I see him doing Rain of Fire, which is nice, but it's usually too little damage to care about. I'm gonna try something new and not cast my second skill to try to go to Sylph mode faster. Sometimes with the new system, after the last patch, the way it works is they've changed the mechanics of the casting. So if you don't cast for a skill and the system is sort of waiting for you to cast a skill and you don't, the moment you do, it does it instantly. So you see I was the first one to enter Sylph mode and already start casting. Now I'm finishing Delphic and some people are just entering Sylph mode. So it can make a big difference, especially in cases where you do like a win strategy, like the guys, like our enemies here, they're quadruple wind. And we're just being slaughtered by the wind. Oh, there's a tire there as well. Let's try to get healing before we die. The funny thing is I have huge wind resist, huge. And I'm getting beat up. I'm gonna try to survive this. We see 3 shields, 3 Goron shields coming up from the 3 knights. We're all a bit beat up. I'm gonna try to help the team with Apollo shield after my Goron. If we survive that, we might actually have a chance to win. So far so good. Don't have healing yet though. And they are at 100%, so this is going to be tough, and got taken out by Tyre. So the Knighthood character especially was doing massive damage. I think it was great to be able to survive this long. But Rosica, Books, and Celine and Slayer won, so good job on their part. Alright, we go straight into the next battle. Died before heal. Red says, yeah, we would have gotten a heal. That would have been really great. So we got Henny, Krapatuncho, and Vili, if I'm reading that correctly, on the enemy side. It looks like we'll be winning. Just casting Delphic now. And especially in team battles, you gotta watch out for this awakening marker. And when it's just about, just a bit above half of the statue thingy, then if you cast a skill, you will be late for the sylph mode, compared to somebody who waits that little bit, which is about 4 or 5 seconds, I think, 4 or 5 laggy seconds, and who can get into sylph mode straight away and cast 2 skills before you get into sylph mode. Alright, we got the next round starting. Here again you can see my Doctor from Hell outfit. I like it. It also goes really good with the spatter mount that I'm using. I think you might have seen that in the beginning. Anyways, we go into this battle. We got 2 knighted characters on top. We got Joseph and Galaiko knighted on top, and then we got Nymeria and Universaire on the bottom 2 characters, if I'm seeing that correctly. So our kids are dead, which is what happens when you're going against knighted. The thing with the knighted characters, they got, each class has a kind of an area damage skill, which is really devastating, and if they have enough rage, which they usually do, they cast that right in the beginning, and that does massive damage in the first latest second round. Alright, let's try to see if we can do something in sylph mode. We got Rain Dance coming from red, if I see that correctly. I think that's red. So we got Rain Dance from red, so that's going to bring us to full. The enemy also has Rain Dance, so it's going to be 100 and 100%, and then we're going to have a big AoE damage on done by both sides, and then somebody will die. Alright, we got Steel Delphic, Water Delphic coming from the enemy. That did not hurt me so much. We got Light Delphic now from the knighted guy, and that definitely hurt me. I'm down to 80k health, so that's near death. 2k health, I'm still alive apparently. I wonder if my heal rune passes. Not that it'll matter because we will die, but it's just curious if I'll manage to heal that. Nope. And they're still in very good shape, so we were not anywhere near to beating them. Titan first and second, so that's reduce damage, and then heal by 50% in the following, so second or 1.5 turn or 3.5 turns, something like that. Alright, here we go with round 10. We had one of our teammates go out of the room, so I was worried if again we'll miss one, but we're good so far. We got an inspiration person here, York. I'm putting my mouse on it, but there it is. Inspiration, improve character, basically a 5% buff, so that's 1 purchase of inspiration. You can purchase, I think, up to 10 for a 50% buff, and that's balance only. Got 1 knighthood on the enemy, and I froze. I'm hosting but not casting skills. It's okay. So you see the moment I pressed the polo shield, he did it immediately because he was waiting for my input and he didn't receive it. So when I did give the input, it cast it immediately. And those kind of changes in the skill casting logic are very dangerous, so you have to get a good feeling about how that works. So that you see that when you press, you know that he will wait before casting, and when he will cast it immediately, and that makes a huge difference in PvP battles. Alright, we got 2 people alive, we got 4 people on our side, 2 enemies alive. We got York and Bone still alive and kicking, so we're definitely not counting it victory just yet, because there are strong characters there. And we got Oakleaf, who died. We got Escape on our side, who's got really low health. And they're taking our damage really well, and Odin just cleans the floor. So you see, even even with even if there's 1 guy left and there are 4 people on your side, it doesn't mean that you will win. And we are at 6 million battle rating. and he just cleaned the floor. Even players with 100% health just died. All right, we got the next round coming up, round 11. And I was suspecting it would be easy, and it looks like it is. We got 2 enemies and they're not knighted, and that's again because when you lose the system, then your points drop, and the system always tries to match somebody with your points. Black is talking about selling your house and buying balance so you can win. Not sure if somebody would do that. We were just speaking about, we have an average about 6 million bell rating in the party per person. So, and in the last round we died with one swoop, just one attack. Cleaned us, and I was saying that it made us look like some level 20 characters because it was so easy, and then yeah, that's where the conversation came from. Anyways, let me cast some skills because I was sure we'll win this, so I wasn't casting too much. There we go. And if you win 3 times in a row, there's a very big chance that you'll lose the one after. Alright, so even though it's so late into the battle, let me fix the skills for my kid. Although it in a way it makes no difference because people are using the Bell Oracle for mostly for the Delphic Divine Blessing, which is the Delphic Hill, and they don't really care of what he does before that. If you fight against stronger opponents, he will die straight away, so it doesn't really matter. And if you fight against weaker opponents, you'll win anyways if he does something or not. It's really only when you're really equal that is when it might make a difference. So far we haven't had any of those battles. So far it's always been polarizing, and it generally tends to be that way. It generally tends to be polarizing. So yeah, it's not a huge crime, that is. Alright, we got the next round coming up around 12. We got 295 points. And enemies are Lar, Blinky, Fred, a triple team. I don't see any chaos coming up, so we're gonna go for Apollo Shield. I reckon for our bell rating we're actually a little bit behind, so I wouldn't be surprised if we won a couple of rounds in a row, even 3 rounds in a row. Gonna use my Oracle to actually cast Radiant Judgment this time instead of Heal, because I don't see any danger, so we're gonna go with increased damage. And that's why I like using both Delphics, or at least placing both Delphics on my Eudemons. Gives you the freedom to adjust according to the circumstances. So they did survive quite a while, but Sylph Mode AoE round is extremely powerful. That's really when you see if the teams are equal or not. It is because in the human mode, let's say, we don't do that much damage, although of course 90 characters do. And people also do all kind of supporting skills, like in my case Apollo Shield, or some archer scatter or whatever, but they're not entirely dangerous. You don't usually see people dying from a whirlwind, for example. But once you get into Sylph mode and have 4 people do like a Sylph AoE, that's when you see how equal or unequal the teams are. Here we go with the next round, round 13. This time I did get Chaos on me, so we're gonna go with the Slasher. The reason I pick Slasher is because it's fast. At least it's supposed to be fast. But again, if you cast it straight away, it's gonna do that waiting time, which is unfortunate. Hey, the first enemies to say hi. So props to Elias, the first person to say hello. That's great. Gonna go with the Delphic Radiant. Oh no, sorry, not the Radiant. The Divine Blessing. If he survives the Eudemon, that is. And there goes the crossover Bullhorn madness. Alright, we still got 4 enemies, they're all alive, and there's a Eudemon trying to heal them, so I hope our area damage hits him first. No. No. He did manage to heal them, which is unfortunate. We're doing, like, dishing out damage. We got Delphics coming up from our side, and they got power up. Purification, surprisingly, at this stage, and some weaker skills. So I think we have an advantage there, and there goes the big damage. Alright, so that's good, 270 points added. Let's see where we are. We got 14 and 15 still to go, 2,835 points so far, so 2 rounds left. Here we go, round 14 coming up. Gonna wait a second in case somebody puts Chaos Rune. That was a mistake from the last round, I think. If I do, there it is. If I do Rage Rune after the Chaos Rune, I actually win a round. That is, I reduce the Chaos Rune effect by 1 round. So whereas in the last battle, I had to kind of spend it in 3 attacks, which took longer time. I will be able to do it much faster now. I got a regular shield, the Gordon shield on, because that's always applied to yourself. Gonna do Slasher now, and then Apollo shield before the Sylph mode comes, which would help the team in case we need help, but it's gonna be tough because the enemies here have 2 knighthood characters, so this is gonna be tough on our side. The healings from Eudemons did not get through. They all died before they could do something. We got 3 people going Sylph mode on our side, we got 2 people going Sylph mode on their side, and one of them is casting, what was the name of it? I have Holy Seal, just flew out of my mouth, the words. And I'll be the last coming to Sylph mode because I put the Gordon shield on, the Apollo shield on. So let's see how this works out. We're gonna try Heal Rune. His health is a bit low. Rain Dance will come on the next damage round. So there, I died before we could do anything. But yeah, there was no chance here. We got 3 winds, 1 water, 2 knighthood characters, so 3 steals, so really tough enemies to fight. Oh, my best of luck didn't pass through. Because I think there's a 10-second duration between the current chats. So you gotta wait for those 10 seconds. And here is the last bell. I'm a little bit late. Well, a little bit, just a couple of seconds. We already know from the points that we will not get into the finals because we're below 3,000 and it's already the last fight, so no matter win or lose we wouldn't get in. So we're not entirely motivated for the last battle, let's say. But anyways, it looks like we're losing it because our Eudemons are almost dead. There goes fast self mode again because I delayed the casting. The enemies here are, oh, I cannot read the first one. It looks like Meki, I don't know how to read that. And the guy Caramella and Alair. They look a lot stronger, but not 100% sure because I'm trying to, look at so many variables and host at the same time, so I'm missing things. So we got, it looks actually equal now. It's very strange. So we got Electro, which I don't particularly like in team battles. It does hit really hard, but I don't like the fact that it is so single damage oriented versus 4 opponents. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Gonna wait a few seconds and cast Apollo Shield. Should go rather fast. There's a Delphic water coming through and Apollo actually managed to get in right on time. So that's gonna be, the damage is going to be reduced significantly. Shields are in. Gonna go heal rune, and we will also be the first ones to go back into self mode. And this is actually one of the more equal battles we've had in the entire Titan War. So this is interesting. Got a second there to go into self mode, and they will be going off self mode, giving us a huge advantage with 100% damage increase. Casting now the Harvest, Death's Harvest is gonna increase damage by 5% further to whatever damage it is doing. And the Delphic round should finish them off actually. Two alive. Caramella actually seems to be the strongest, is near 100% health. Like there is healing coming through. The timer ran out. We got victory simply by damage output. 3,240 points. Just a little bit below the requirement, I think, to get into the finals. So, nice battle. So, we would probably not get into the finals, but that was a really nice fight. I'm really happy that we had that. Let's pop out. And I'm actually surprised that I managed to get close to 6 million bell rating. I thought I'm not there yet. Without the potions and so forth, I'm at 5.4 now, and that's mostly due to recent Holy Forge events. Mount Whips I've used a whole bunch of, Mount Refinements I've used a bunch of, and also one time I was able to use the Advanced Henna because I gathered enough to do the current event. So actually let's pop into my tattoos for a second. So this is where I'm at the moment. I used the Advanced Henna that I gathered over many months in the event that is running right now, and I got this one at plus 2000-ish strength minus charisma, but I cannot actually do a more negative to charisma because my troop count is getting lower and lower, and still the bonus from a troop attack for physical attack is still significant, so I don't want to lose that. And working right now on this second one, I'll have another I think 50 more cleanses to do for the event using this remaining Advanced Henna, with which I'll fix this one. And for the blank ones, I use about 10,000 regular Henna to get it to around plus 600. Although with regular Henna you can get up to 2,000, it's really difficult because of the diminishing returns. And so what I found based on the Henna that I managed to collect is for me around 10,000, maybe 13,000 is about the amount that I want to use. Bring it up to about plus 600 or so, and then from that point on continue with the advanced handout. So that's the way I'm doing it. You're welcome to do if you want as well. This is the mount I was talking about. It works really good with the Doctor from Hell outfit. The name of the mount I forgot. Let's have a quick look. Orchid Spider. So Orchid Spider works really good with the Doctor from Hell outfit. If you want to use the same, use the Flaming Mask with the Healer's clothing. And for the wings, I put Bloody Demon, but I've switched it off so yeah you don't see it. I think the wings, I'm really tired of wings, honestly. So I switched them off a lot. So this is what we have now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Titan War video. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Did you do better than us? Did you do worse than us? What are your expectations for the future? Please do click on like and subscribe, of course, if you enjoyed, and share with friends, and visit our website wartune.dollgames.com. That's it. Thanks guys for watching, and have a very nice day.